Welcome to the next section of our description of CMINE's capabilities, where we'll look at the capacity added by the various project clusters. Over the next few minutes, we'll try to outline a few key aspects of the cluster approach and hopefully whet your appetite and perhaps even seek your involvement. A clusters is constituted as informal, voluntary and free subset of the Community for European Research and Innovation for Security, known as CIRIS, made up of projects working on thematic and related research areas under the Disaster Resilient Societies (DRS) framework, and increasingly of other programs such as the Union Civil Protection Knowledge Network and the European Defence Fund. Clusters are facilitated through the offices of CMINE with the purpose of promoting good practice in research through collaboration, whilst recognizing opportunities for efficiency wherever appropriate through combined activities such as dissemination events. Membership is available for any project funded by a European grant agreement with a cluster, typically involving between 15 and 20 projects. The clusters also seek to maintain the impact and legacy of recently concluded projects and will encourage coordinators to stay engaged after the end of their projects to ensure that their legacy is understood, disseminated, and used wherever possible. We'll now introduce some of the clusters by theme. Firstly, the Responder Technology Cluster, or RTC. This cluster is extremely broad and includes projects from all responder sectors focused on addressing technology capability gaps and processing them from concept through to market deployment. The CBRN and Standardization Cluster, known as CStack, born of some of the best-known projects in the field such as eNotice and nCircle, CStack recognizes that the CBRN discipline, with all of its complexities and sensitivities, is extremely broad. The current structure includes relevant projects from Horizon 2020, Horizon Europe, the Union Civil Protection Knowledge Network, as well as the European Defence Fund. It attracts members from all aspects of chemical, biological, and radiation practice. The Societal Resilience Cluster, better known as the SRC was the first cluster formed more than 4 years ago. It covers projects focusing on secure societies, particularly on community engagement and involvement. All clusters are run according to a set of terms of reference, which are updated from time to time. Meetings are typically scheduled at 12 weekly intervals, although projects engage directly with each other on specific initiatives that interest them at other frequencies. CMINE provides a chair, a facilitator or secretariat, agendas, minutes, and a dedicated place on the platform for promoting events and discussing live issues. This also includes a repository for relevant documents. Clusters aim to be inclusive and accessible to all projects and their partners. Although they are managed by project coordinators, we also endeavour to involve communication and dissemination leads, as well as technical managers wherever possible. All players are welcome: responders, researchers, companies, policymakers, etc. Moderation of the clusters seeks to be subtle, with a light but ethical touch. At the end of the day, this is an opportunity for projects to gain the added value derived from shared working and thinking. For its part, CMINE will endeavour to be supportive and facilitating without leading. What happens when a project ends? A project may have ended, but the benefits of what's been achieved will live well beyond that. Projects are therefore encouraged to signpost or host their public deliverables on a new area of the CMINE website known as the Disaster Risk Stakeholder Hub, dedicated to ensuring that they remain available and are promoted beyond the contracted life of their own website. They are also encouraged to stay engaged with the cluster for as long as they feel that their deliverables and/or outcomes remain relevant to the current cohort of projects. CMINE is underwritten and has a horizon well beyond the length of projects starting now, and probably beyond any commitments made in current grant agreements, so is in a good position to host legacy systems, websites, or outcomes indefinitely. Equally, it is available to simply signpost to Cordis, the UCPKN, or the Horizon Results Service. Membership of a cluster makes a substantial statement of sustainability on behalf of your project, and one which we hope will feature in your thinking long before it ends. By incorporating membership into reports on sustainability and impact, your project will only gain credibility as it nears its end. If you're not already involved, simply email us, and if your aims are aligned with an existing cluster, we'll send you a copy of the relevant terms of reference, recent minutes, and an invitation to attend the next scheduled meeting. We look forward to your involvement, and please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions at all.